Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the simple past, present perfect, and after that we are going to do the ending with the past perfect tense, right? So, first of all, I am going to start with the simple past and present perfect. We have already discussed, and a question is coming in our mind, when do we use each tense in English, right? When we are using simple past and when we are supposed to use the present perfect, there is always a question mark in our mind. So today I have tried to solve it out for you, how to get the difference, right? Let's start the present and simple past. The simple past always refers to an action or situation that is finished. Means which time is not with us, that is over, that is finished, that is called simple past. What is present perfect? When we are saying it, connects the past and the present. Present perfect tense is that tense which is connecting our past with the present. As we have discussed in our class, I had cleared it to you. Now once again I am going to tell it to you how it is connecting past with the present. It is used to show that an action or situation in the past continues today or might happen again, right? For example, suppose I had given one assignment to you yesterday and today we are going to discuss it, and I am asking you some questions, and I am going to ask you, I had given one work to you, I gave you one assignment, have you completed it? Means I had started that work in the past, but I am going to continue the same, and I am going to ask you about the completion of that work today. Now come to the next. Now I am going to clear the difference to you. How we are using simple past, right? The first is simple past, the hints I am giving you: yesterday, last, Sunday, week, month, year, etc. Right? Means these words are there and these words are telling us about that we are supposed to use simple past here. I have written here one example also. Dash ago when I was dash in 1990. Means I am ago word is there. That is also indicating simple past. And 1990 and today it is 2020. So that is the difference here. Now come to the next. Use the present perfect with time, and the hints are recently, lately, since. These are the examples, right, which are going to clear to you the difference between uses of simple past and present perfect. Now come to the next. One more thing I have given: so far, this week, month, year, etc. This is also the part of present perfect tense. Now come to the next. Here I am going to explain it with the examples. I have written one sentence here. Sarah lived in Boston for 5 years. I am explaining the meaning. By using the simple tense, we mean that Sarah started, I again repeat, Sarah started living in Boston 5 years ago and dash, then she moved. Means I'm using here, I have already cleared it to you. Lived, this is the second form of verb, and I'm taking time also, 5 years, right? But I'm not explaining that it is today or I'm talking about the coming time. So it means this is my past time, and in the past years she was living there and she was living there. So this is lived. Means for this time period she stayed in Boston. Now come to the next. Now she lives in a different city like Paris. It means earlier she lived in Boston and now at present she is living in Paris. So remember, the simple past is used for a situation that is over, finished or done. I hope it is clear. Now come to the next. Sarah has lived in Boston for 5 years. Now I am using this has, and I have taught you this in online class. Has means this is my present perfect, right? And I'm using verbs third form here. And I'm telling the time also. It means I'm describing here in first sentence she lived, now she has lived, right? Now come to the next explanation with the meaning. By using the present perfect tense, we mean that Sarah began living in Boston 5 years ago and she still lives there. Means she started living in Boston 5 years ago, but she is still doing there. She is still living there, right? Remember, present perfect connects the past with the present. Okay, now come to the next. This is the second rule. Bete, before coming to this, I had gone through all the topics we had done in the online class because today I am going to give you one assignment based on that. So now today I am going to teach you a new tense, that is past perfect tense, and I am going to explain it with the examples and some rules how we are going to find out that we will use past perfect tense here. First is the past perfect tense is used to express an action completed before a given movement in the past. Right? Example I have given, when we arrived. When we arrived, the class had already begun. Now just see, had already begun. I have written this part. Means this was the action, right, which happened and it was already started. Again, it is used with such verbs as hope, expect, think, mean, suppose, want, etc. Means these are the questions arising in our mind, but we are not able to express, we are not able to touch it. Feelings are there. I again repeat my feelings: hope, expect, think, mean, suppose, want, right, etc. To suggest that an expected past action did not take place. Means I wanted something else, but in reality that was not happening. It means it was not going on according to my expectations. For example, I have written here to clear the concept. We had hoped that most of the guests would come, right? We had hoped. It means we were hoping, we were expecting, we were thinking, we were supposing, we were wanting, right? But what happened in reality? They did not come. Okay. The second, I had thought of inviting at least my close friends. Means I had thought, it was in my mind, I was thinking, right? But I was not speaking it, I was not able to express it, but it was in my mind somewhere and I wanted to do it. So, what was the reality? I had thought. Only the thought process was there, but in reality, it could not happen. But I did not. This is past perfect tense. Now, come to the next. Now I'm going to tell you the next slide that is there. First one is, I'm going to tell you the simple rules here, beta. Okay, subject, had, past participle plus object. This is, I have given a sign here positive, and in my class I'm telling you positive means affirmative. A statement which when something positive is being said. And I am using only subject here. It means that subject can be singular, that can be plural. I have already taught you in my online class about the subject. It can be singular, it can be plural. With everyone, we are using subject plus had plus past participle plus object. What is past participle? It is the third form of verb. Past participle is third form of the verb, right? And subject I, we, you, they, he, she, it, any singular person, place, thing, right? Anyone can be there. One or more than one. We are using had plus past participle plus subject. This is about the affirmative sentence here. What about the negative? Means not is there. Subject plus had plus not plus past participle. Past participle, but I had taught you in my class. Past participle means third form of verb plus object, right? Now come to the third, that is interrogative. Interrogative means question in your language, and according to me, I'm interrogating, I'm searching, I'm trying to get any answer from you. And the words I'm using here is that is had. Change there. Here I'm using had at the second place, but when I'm going to talk about interrogative, it is coming at the first place. Had plus subject plus past participle means third form of verb plus object plus sign of interrogation. Right? Now I'm going to tell you the uses and examples. How we are going to use it. To describe an action finished before another past action, I had already given the example. I am giving you one more example here, maximally where we are using past perfect tense and how to use it. Now just see, I have written here, Richard had gone out when his wife arrived in the office. Means he had gone out. Work was over. He has finished. When his wife arrived in the office. Two sentences are there, right? Second, describe and first partner had gone out. Means that action was finished. He had gone. Work was over. Okay. When his wife arrived in the office, this thing, the second part of the sentence, it means another action was happening. Describe an action that happened before a specific time in the past. And the example is Seema had never been to cinema before last night. Means last night was the first time she had done that work. So this is there. Okay. Third is to describe a cause and effect. I got stuck in traffic because there had been an accident. Means this incident had taken place and this was the reason, and due to this accident, what was the effect on me? That I got stuck in the traffic, right? Now come to the last. To emphasize the result of an activity in the past. How? I had been to London twice by the time I got a new job in New York. I explain it to you. I had been to London twice. Means I had gone to London two times by the time I got a new job in New York, and in between that time when I was moving there, I got a new job in New York. Bete, I have taught you the uses, how you will come to know what to use. Simple examples I am also giving it to you. She had come late to school. She had means past, come third form past participle, late to school. This is simple affirmative assertive sentence. Simple examples, okay? She had done homework, so she was happy. By the time we came, she had finished the project. This is the condition I have already told you, right? You had not studied hard. He had not lived in Delhi. They had not gone out when you called. Now the interrogative is, had he lived in Delhi? Had they gone out when you called? Sign of interrogation is must, because if you are not going to put this mark there, it means your sentence is totally wrong. Had you not studied hard? Had the woman cried till the morning? Right? This is the example of past perfect. I hope it is clear to you. Don't worry if you are having any queries related this and you want to give your feedback to me. You can give your feedback. You can get your answers of your queries on my number that is always coming to you. And just go through the work whatever I'm going to give you after this. I'm going to give you two topics, right? That is given in your book, that is simple past and present perfect, and the third exercise I will give you to do is past perfect tense. That is your homework, you will do it yourself. Now one more thing, I'm just underlining it just to help you out, right? What is the difference between all these sentences? I have written all these sentences with the different inks, right, to make it clear to you. Green is for the positivity, blue is for the negativity, and yellow always a question mark, because whenever we are switching on a bulb, that yellow light is there, right? So whenever you have to get the answers, whenever there is a question, that yellow color, so I have written it with that. So make sure to revise and reread it, to sort out the examples, to sort out the answers of the exercises. Thanks.